And thanks for staying with Asia Business tonight. Now, one of the world's largest tour companies, Trafalgar Tours, has called the traditional escorted touring market a stagnating motor coach industry, with a growing number of travelers choosing to do it on their own. How are tour agencies evolving to protect and grow their business? Well, let's find out in this week's edition of Business Strategy with Channel News Asia's Genevieve Wu.
My guest tonight is Gavin Tollman, Chief Executive Officer, Trafalgar Tours. Gavin, thanks for joining me this evening. Now, your office has unveiled a new brand position because of a trend that you're seeing in the travel industry. Tell me more about this trend.
One of the things we are seeing, Genevieve, which is a significant change, is how and what people's travel expectations are. And so when they have looked at guided holidays, they have had a number of negative stereotypes of what they perceived it was all about. Trafalgar looked at that and approached it head on. And so what we wanted to do is see how and what could we do to enable our travelers to have far more genuine, interesting and unique experiences. You know, Trafalgar has been in business for 65 years. And with our local knowledge and expertise, what we wanted to ensure we could do is deliver that to our guests and show them a destination in a way that they simply couldn't do if they were traveling on their own.
Can you share about other trends that you see emerging and what does it mean for Trafalgar?
Of course. There are many elements of changes that are happening within the travel industry. Travel destinations are shifting all the time. And what becomes in demand is today might not be in demand tomorrow. Something as fundamental as Egypt. And so as a tour operator, we've always got to make sure we are giving our guests different alternatives. New destinations either to go and travel to, new ways of traveling, or coming up with innovative ways to meet their needs, like traveling with families.
Now, with the current global economic uncertainty, surely that has an impact on travel trends. Now, but how different is this situation now compared to the global crisis back when Lehman Brothers collapsed?
In 2009. Obviously, these are early days, and we're all watching with bated breath to see what occurs in Greece. What we, though, are focusing on in the Trafalgar brand is, today travel is no longer a luxury. It is a necessity for most people. And so what we are looking at is how do we ensure that we can still give those people who want to travel with us some of the greatest experiences, some of those wonderful moments, because if we can do that for them, they will still want to travel, and hopefully they'll choose us to travel with first and foremost.
Gavin, thanks for sharing those insights. And I have been speaking with Gavin Tollman, Trafalgar Tours.